In Saskatchewan, we get two different species of cereal aphid. There are some defining characteristics between the two of them. We get the English grain aphid, and they are more of a bright green color. And then we have the bird cherry oat aphid. They're a bit smaller, and they're more of an olive drab color. So they will be those small, dark ones that you might see. And they will both sit in your wheat heads. And what they'll do is they'll sit right where that kernel is filling, and they will suck the sugars out from right there, so they don't get to the kernel. And that's how they affect yield. The bird cherry oat aphid, though, will also go down onto the leaves, and you might find them in the boot of the plant as well. And you're targeting 12 to 15 cereal aphids on average, remember, per head. So if you find one head with 50 aphids and then you find 90 heads with no aphids, you are not at your economic threshold yet. So when you're out scouting and you are past the soft dough stage, just go home. Don't worry about cereal aphids anymore. But if it's before the soft dough stage, while the grain is still filling, you're still in the danger zone for aphids. When I get out into a wheat field or a barley field or an oat field, all of these are hosts for the cereal aphids, canary seed as well. I will take my sweep nets, and that's how I determine, hey, are there aphids in the field? Because it's way faster than just starting head counts. But if you want to get that economic threshold down, you're going to want to look at about 100 heads in the field, and you'll take that W pattern in the field with 5 heads at each point on that W, and then do it in multiple places in your field because aphids could be patchy. We're going to start looking for aphids probably, well, in my lab we start looking for them about the second week in July. The population peak usually hits about that first week in August. So that's when you're looking at your crop going, whoa, I got a lot of aphids here. So you probably want to start looking in that period before you get to that point. Because by that first or second week in August, you get a big aphid populations if they've come in early enough and if conditions have been right. Check your crop production guide. So each province has their own. You'll find your management options in there, and a little bit more information too on timing of control, when to spray, and how to get maximum effectiveness out of that spray. You also want to look for your beneficial insects too, things like lady beetles, green lacewing, larvae, and even last year, hoverflies.